So today I want to talk about what have been my most worn fragrances for the month of April. I always enjoy watching these type of videos when I see people who have large collections because it's interesting to see what do you actually pick out of all of those, most frequently. So let's get started. And this list is going to be in no particular order. So first up, we've got one of the newer releases from Arabia Prestige, and this has really replaced like that Yum Bougie Marshmallow DNA for me. I'm talking about Marshmallow Musk from Arabia Prestige. Look at the dent. The dent does not lie. I love this fragrance. I've talked about it before on this channel. To me, this is just like the perfect musky, marshmallow, cozy fragrance. This is a scent that I like to grab when I just want something that's gonna feel soft and fluffy and airy and just easy to wear and comfy. This is a great like post shower, just hanging around the house with my 1-year-old and my husband. It's just wonderful. You do smell a little bit of that almost Yum Bougie DNA. I don't think that it's trying to clone or dupe Yum Bougie, but I think it's because it's a strawberry marshmallow. So whenever we smell strawberry marshmallow, it's gonna give a little bit of similarities to, Yum Bougie. But I really feel like it leans a lot more into that overall muskiness. And so it ends up just being like the perfect dryer sheet that is flavored with marshmallow. That's the best way I could describe it. Absolutely love it. I keep going back and forth on what is my favorite from the Arabia Prestige Musk line. If it's not this, it's the blueberry one. It just depends on my mood, but absolutely fantastic. If you're into marshmallow and you like musk, highly recommend checking this one out. Next up is one that I wasn't really expecting to like. It's a fragrance that I felt like I needed to have in my collection because of how popular it is, and I wanted to compare it to a lot of other dupes that are on the market, and then I've ended up liking it more and more as I continue to wear it. I'm talking about Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Now, I mean, it really shouldn't be shocking that I like this based off of just how popular it is, right? It's a very mass appealing DNA, but it's one that is usually marketed more to men. And to me, like when I first smelled it, I thought, okay, this is just like a basic citrus fragrance. It's nothing to write home about, but I really feel like this scent, you have to try it on skin. In the air, it's okay. Sometimes it even gives me a little bit of like a household cleaning type of energy, but on skin, it almost becomes creamy. Like it really melds into flesh very well. And you're left with just a very fresh, beautiful, smooth citrus fragrance that I truly think is unisex. I know that this is more so marketed towards men, but I really do think it's unisex. And I think it layers well with a lot of other fresh citrus fragrances as well. So really fantastic. And I initially thought that once this was finished, I wouldn't repurchase it, but now I'm not so sure. So we'll see. But I can definitely see myself wearing this a lot more as it continues to get hotter and hotter. It's fantastic. And the projection and longevity on this is also fantastic. Also a great compliment getter. Just a really good overall scent. Unfortunate that it's so pricey, but it's nice. Next up, we've got Anna Abiyad Poudre. I gotta be careful because I might need to get a new bottle of this one if I keep going. This is supposed to be inspired either by Celine Black Tie, but I've also heard that it could be inspired by Narciso Rodriguez Poudre, depending on who you ask. I don't know. But regardless, it smells fantastic. I don't have either the original Black Tie by Celine or the Narciso Rodriguez Poudre scent, so I can't compare it to those. Maybe I should get them, I don't know. But it's fantastic. To me, it smells like a very, very light vanilla musk. It's another one of those slightly powdery, slightly drier sheet, clean, quiet luxury type of lightly vanilla fragrances. One that I truly think that you can wear year round. It's not overly cloying, but it also pairs well with a lot of other fragrances. I like this, similar to the Marshmallow Musk, I like this as a post shower or hanging around the house and you just want like a clean, drier sheet, vanilla type of scent profile. Or I like it to layer with other fragrances to add that type of nuance really, really well with a lot of different scents. Even though a lot of scents that I'm gonna have on this list, I've layered a lot with the Anna Abiyad Poudre. Definitely one of my favorites from the Anna Abiyad Poudre line, and for sure worth checking out if you're into that type of scent profile. Next up, we've got what I truly feel is the most feminine, angelic, ethereal fragrance of all time. Dama Bianca by Xerjoff Casamorati. So I initially owned a bunch of dupes of Dama Bianca. Fiora by Paris Corner, Genuine Noir, and those were fantastic. And I liked them so much that I eventually was like, I want to try the original. And while those are still really good, I do think that the original has something that just really elevates it. I think it's not as powdery and as intense as a Genuine Noir, and it's not as fruity as the Paris Corner Fiora fragrance. It is fantastic. Pretty good longevity for being the type of scent that it is. Really beautiful, a little bit fruity, a little bit powdery, very, very airy, very, very fluffy. It's one of those fragrances that just makes me feel feminine and just happy when I smell it. This is one that I love to layer with the Anna Abiyad Poudre. Those two go together like PB&J, absolutely fantastic. And we'll definitely be purchasing a large full-size bottle when this is through, which is probably gonna be pretty soon because I have not been shy about spraying this one. I really, really like it. Next up, we've got a fragrance that is inspired by a much more expensive Louis Vuitton fragrance, but that I truly feel is better than the Louis Vuitton fragrance. I'm talking about Rome Phantasmagorie. So I've talked about this before on the channel. This is inspired by Louis Vuitton's Phantasmagorie fragrance. Now, this fragrance to me, while it's nice overall, it does have this extra funk in the opening to me. I don't know, I think it's just the way that they did the almond or whatever. I don't like it. It's also very, very light. Like, it does not project and it does not last very long on the skin. And for being more than $600, unacceptable. This I truly think is fantastic. It's almondy, but it's still fluffy. You get the vanilla. It's an absolute beast as well. Like, this will really project and last on you all day. It's so good either on its own, but it's also fantastic to layer with other fragrances. I've been loving layering this with Angel Blush from Mugler that I just picked up, and it's absolutely fantastic. Definitely one that I have not been shy about using. You can tell that just from the dent. And this is what has me interested in trying out a lot more of the masked inspired by fragrances, because if this is this good, I'm very curious to see what else they've got. Next up, we've got one of my all-time favorite vanilla fragrances. This is the Vanilla Extrait by Matier Premier. As we do these type of videos every month, I will be surprised if this is not on the list every single month because of just how good it is. This is just the blend of the coconut powder with the vanilla powder with the Palo Santo. I love Palo Santo in fragrance. The main difference between this one and the original vanilla powder is that this one is smoother, softer, a bit creamier, and just absolutely delicious. Still has great projection and longevity, maybe not as intense as the original, but such a musk heavy, sexy Palo Santo vanilla powder coconut scent. And I really think it's good for year round. Even though it's a vanilla, it's not like an intensely warm, hot gourmand vanilla. So fantastic. Can't say enough good things about it. Next up, we have another great year-round fragrance, but this one is Middle Eastern. This one is Vanille Blanc by Cudlush. Truly, truly one of the best vanillas in my collection. Like, this is better than some niche fragrances, in my opinion. This is inspired by Fleur's Vanilla Skin and Ariana Grande's Plush Vanilla. This is just like an all-around fantastic smell. It's powdery, but not powdery as in baby powder, powdery as in powdered sugar. You also get the apple. I feel like it's a fluffier, sweeter, more oily version than the original Vanilla Skin. And when I say oily, to me, this smells like powdered sugar on top of oiled wood. It's hard to describe, but when you smell it, it just has this smooth, oily nuance to it to me. And I also really love the fact that the projection and longevity with this one is fantastic. This is a fragrance that for the price point is an absolute must-have. Like, you really, really get your money's worth. Layers well with so many fragrances. And because it's that powdered sugar and you get the woodiness, it's not too hot. For sure can wear it in hot weather. Fantastic. Next up, we've got one of the best inspired by vanilla fragrances of the year, in my opinion, Zenith by Riffs. I think the dent says enough. I've not been shy about this fragrance. I love it. As a vanilla lover, this is fantastic because, of course, I'm always looking for great vanillas that I can wear in hot weather, and this is that. A very unique profile. This is inspired by Queening of Mind Games. Main difference between this and the original Queening is that this is sweeter and has way better performance. The original Queening truly only lasts a couple hours on my skin. One of the worst purchases in my collection for that price point, for being close to $300, abysmal. But this is fantastic. I get at least 5 hours. I didn't think it was super strong, but my coworkers have told me they can smell me down the hallway when I have this on, which I was very surprised by because I didn't realize that it was that intense. It has a bit of coconut, a bit of saffron, a bit of rum, but I don't think it's, a tropical scent. It really is just a fresh, airy vanilla that is very unique, that has a good amount of woody undertones to it. Fantastic. And my favorite bottle presentation of 2026 from a Middle Eastern brand. Beautiful. Next up, we've got Empire Victor, a new one to my collection, but one that I've not been shy about spraying. This has been recommended to me by a lot of people, both on YouTube and on TikTok. So initially, people were asking me to compare this to Devotion. I don't think it smells like Devotion at all. Devotion is a lot more lemon, citrus focused and rum heavy. This is just a fluffy vanilla with a bit of caramel. It almost smells like a vanilla fluffy cotton candy. Like, it has that like texture to it where you get that like caramelized, cotton candy when you put it in your mouth and it starts to melt down and it becomes kind of crystallized. I feel like this has that type of feel to it, but it's delicious. This has been one of my go-to like cozy bedtime type of fragrances. It's easy to wear, it's airy, it's warm, it's vanillic, it's a cozy gourmand, fantastic. a great, great find for the price point. Would definitely recommend checking out Empire Victor. Next up, we have a fragrance that I was not expecting to love. I truly bought this just off of the hype, and it's not a scent profile that I usually run to, but this is fantastic. Like, it's a very mass appealing, unique DNA to me. I'm talking about Shoo Shoo from the House of Beau. This is their take on a modern rose fragrance that is supposed to channel a more modern, rebellious Marie Antoinette, and I think they nailed it. You get a beautiful opening of this like rosy champagne with chili pepper notes, and it dries down to this Mexican vanilla. So, so good. I haven't even looked at Delina. Like, this, by far, the best rose fragrance in my collection. And for me to like want to wear a rose fragrance, it's just so strange. It's not my preferred scent profile, which says a lot about how good this scent is. If you like rose fragrances, or you've been wanting to try something out from House of Beau, I really think that Shoo Shoo is one of their best ones. The only reason why it's not more abused is because I'm trying to hold on to this juice, because it is, of course, a pricier one, but fantastic. And the presentation, every time I see it, just makes me happy. Really, really good. And then lastly, even though none of these fragrances were in any particular order, I think that this one for sure is the one that I've been wearing the most because I layer it with everything. And I'm gonna show you two because I've got the original and then I've got an inspired by version, and I wear both of them. So Another 13 and Parallel by Okja. Another 13 is obviously the original, and Parallel by Okja is the inspired version. So Another 13 is the one that I wear when I'm going out of the house, right? And then Parallel is the one that I wear when I'm inside the house. Another 13 is, to me, the perfect musk. I don't know what took me so long, but it's the perfect musk. I think it's the best musk I've ever smelled. It is the best performing musk that I have ever owned. This fragrance, truly, I put it on in the morning at 8 and at 4 p.m. I'm getting compliments. Even though I'm so nose blind to it, I think it has completely dissipated. It's gone. It is still there. And it's just an aroma. Like, it's not a particular perfume that I would say, oh, it's so vanillic or it's so citrusy. No, it's just a beautiful musky aroma that smells like you're not wearing a perfume. And so because of that, I love layering it with literally everything. Like, I apply it to almost every single layer combo because it just adds on that extra oomph, that extra X factor that takes a regular layer combo to the next level. Fantastic. We'll never be without it. Worth the money. Love it. And I like Parallel by Okja. I wish I could tell how much I have used, but I can't because of how, opaque the bottle is, how solid it is. But it does smell very similar, but it's missing that extra X factor that you get in Another 13 on the skin. But it smells very similar, so it can kind of give me that same feeling, but obviously for a much more affordable price point. That way I can still smell Another 13 when I'm in the house just hanging out with my family. So those are definitely my most worn fragrances of the month of April. I will be surprised if a lot of these are not also going to be my most worn in May, but we'll see because we have a lot of new fragrances coming out, and I've also acquired a lot of new fragrances just in the past few days, so we'll see. But let me know, guys, what has been a few fragrances or even one fragrance that you have really been gravitating towards or gravitated towards in the month of April. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for our next episode.